Hi Preps! Today we're going to read a story. The title of the story is Stuck. When there is just one person's name on the front cover, we know that they are the author and the illustrator. Oliver Jeffers is the author and illustrator, which means that he wrote the words and he drew the pictures in the book. I don't like feeling stuck at all. It terrifies me. My brother used to pretend to lock me in the cupboard, so I was stuck in there and I didn't like it much. Can you think of a time that you were stuck? Or maybe something you owned got stuck somewhere? What did you think of? I love the game Stuck in the Mud, where you're not allowed to move until someone comes and frees you. You are stuck. Have you played a game where you pretended to be stuck? Can you tell me about it? I'm going to say a letter. I want you to point to the letter and say the sound that it makes. Are you ready? Can you find the letter S? What sound does S make? S is here. Stuck. It says stuck. This picture looks like the word stuck is stuck in the tree. That's pretty funny. I predict that this book will be about something getting stuck in a tree. The title and the illustration on the front give me the clues. What do you predict that the book will be about? Can you start a sentence with, I predict that? I think the takeoff in this story might have something to do with an object getting stuck in a tree. Let's find out. Stuck. It all began when Floyd got his kite stuck in a tree. He tried pulling and swinging, but it wouldn't come unstuck. Can you show me Floyd swinging on the kite? He's here. The trouble really began when he threw his favourite shoe to knock the kite loose. And that got stuck too. There's one of our tricky words, favourite. Show me something that is red and shaped like a diamond. Our kite is red and diamond shaped. He threw up his other shoe to knock down his favourite shoe, and unbelievably, that got stuck as well. In order to knock down his other shoe, Floyd fetched Mitch. If something is unbelievable, it means that you can't believe it happened. Cats get stuck in trees all the time, but this was getting ridiculous. Floyd fetched a ladder. He was going to sort this out once and for all. What do you think will happen next? And up he threw it. I'm sure you can guess what happened. I can see here that Floyd is concentrating really hard because his tongue is sticking out. Show me something we can climb in this picture. We can climb the ladder. The ladder was borrowed from a neighbour and would definitely need to be put back before anyone noticed. And in order to do so, Floyd flung a bucket of paint at it. And wouldn't you know, the bucket of paint got stuck. Then Floyd tried. I can see the author has drawn some shadows on the ground. One for Floyd and one for the bucket and one for the tree. A duck to knock down the bucket of paint, a chair to knock down the duck, his friend's bicycle to knock down the chair. the kitchen sink to knock down his friend's bicycle, their front door to knock down the kitchen sink. This is ridiculous. Now they don't have a sink or a front door. Can you show me something that has wheels but no engine? The bicycle here has wheels. The family car to knock down their front door. Hello. The milkman to knock down the family car. An orangutan to knock down the milkman, who surely had somewhere else to be. Floyd must be very strong to throw a car, a milkman, and an orangutan. A small boat to knock down the orangutan, a big boat to knock down the small boat, a rhinoceros to knock down the big boat, a long-distance lorry to knock down the rhinoceros, the house across the street to knock down the long-distance lorry. Floyd? What do you think will happen next? The word big boat here is written in bigger text and in capitals to show the reader that the boat is really big. A lighthouse to knock down the house no longer across the street. Hi, what are you doing? A curious whale in the wrong place at the wrong time to knock down the lighthouse. There's Floyd fetching the lighthouse. What do you think will happen next? And they all got stuck. I wonder what Floyd is thinking as he looks up at the big mess that he's made in that tree. A fire engine was passing and heard all the commotion. The firemen stopped to see if they could help at all. And up they went. First the engine. Can we help at all? Followed by the firemen, one by one. And there they stayed, stuck between the orangutan and one of the boats. Fireman would definitely be noticed missing, and Floyd knew he'd be in big trouble. Then he had an idea and went to find a saw. Whose hat is this here? He lined it up as best as he could and hurled it up the tree. I think he's going to saw the tree down. And that was it. There was no more room left in the tree, and the kite came unstuck. Floyd was delighted. He had forgotten all about his kite and put it to use immediately, enjoying the rest of his day very much. That night, Floyd fell asleep, exhausted. Though before he did, he could have sworn that there was something he was forgetting. Hang on a minute, lads. I've got a great idea. I like this book because I think Floyd, the main character, is hilarious. He keeps throwing bigger and bigger things up into the tree. At the end of the story, Floyd was sure he had forgotten something. What did Floyd forget about? Did he forget about everything else that he'd thrown up into the tree? My favourite part of the book was when Floyd fetched the saw And I thought that he was going to cut the tree down. But instead, he threw the saw up into the tree too. What was your favourite part of the book? If I was Mitch the cat, I would have been petrified of being thrown into a tree and getting stuck up there all day. Petrified means that I would have been really, really scared. At the end of the story, Floyd was exhausted, which means he was really tired from lifting all those heavy things and throwing them into the tree. Can you think of a time that you felt exhausted? A time that you felt really, really tired? In the story, Floyd went to bed and fell fast asleep. What did you do when you were exhausted? There are two sounds in the word saw. S, or. I'm going to say a word in secret code. Listen and tell me what I'm saying. P, A, N, T. I'll say it again. P, A, N, T. Can you tell what I'm saying? It's the word paint. Can you try and sound out these words? Duck, D-A-K, duck. And bike, B-I-K, bike. Well done.